Rage of the River. The tire and wheel came through the windshield.
Sounds like a dragon roaring. What's up, guys? We are out here at the Isenhouer compound. We are going to check out the builds, the F100, the legendary F100, and the new top secret Terminator 2. This is going to be great. I'm super stoked to be here with the boys. These brothers right here have been like a huge part of our success, and their support has been phenomenal. We're super stoked and blessed to be working with these guys, and we're really happy to bring you guys to this awesome location so we can check out some of the stuff that they have going on. What's up, guys?
Good.
How are you guys?
Good, how are you?
Good to see you, Chris.
You too.
Hello, Nickstopher. That's what Arshia calls you. What's up, dude? Arshia, are you gonna help today?
Sure.
Yeah?
In between petting Billy.
Well, Arshia is equivalent to knowing as much as I do about trucks. So she's probably actually gonna help.
I'll help you out.
She probably knows more about trucks than you do.
I'm not gonna lie, that's probably a fact. All right, so let's check this thing out. Chris, here we are, my friend.
That's it.
This is what's up, dude. So this is everybody's favorite truck.
Yeah.
I'm not gonna lie. I mean, this is I think this is like our top selling shirt. Like the F100 coming out of the skull's mouth with the heat wave glasses on.
Whoever did that design like killed it on that.
Killed it, right? Yeah. Dude, honestly, so Chris needs no introduction. I think everybody knows the heat wave truck, man. Chris is everywhere all the time. Makes all the races, super professional, always killing it. And at the same time, still making time to go have fun in the desert with us. And we still trying to like goon him into doing some ghetto stuff out there. Like, come on, Chris. He's like, oh,
all right, fine.
Yeah, we still make Chris do that, and he kills it, man. Always killing it. So we definitely have some footage of it.
Yes.
So we have some bangers. We have you, I'm gonna say Plaster for sure.
Yep.
We got you Glamis for sure.
Yep.
We got you Racing for sure.
Yep.
Kicking Ass for sure. So we know there was a spill.
There was. The thing ended up on its lid, unfortunately, at the last race. So
Okay. You were there, right, Nick?
Yeah, I was right there, up and close, right there on the bottom side of the whole situation.
I put him in the dirt, unfortunately.
Oh,
We landed
shit,
on the
okay.
passenger side. Structurally, the truck was 100% fine. Like, we folded up a few lower control arm, but other than that, the truck was 100% fine.
Okay.
We went ahead. There was a couple of changes that we wanted to do with the front suspension, so we figured now is the time to do it.
Okay.
So we ended up just locking the whole front of the truck off.
Oh my God.
Yeah.
Snowballed a little bit.
It makes sense for how you want to drive, your experience, finding like strengthening parts of the truck that you want to handle.
We've been running this truck for what, 3 years now? 4
With
years?
the front end, 4 years with this front end, or with the
Yeah.
old front end.
So what actually changed? So you guys,
So we cut it off basically
Here?
right about here, straight down.
wow.
So it's a whole new bulkhead that Mike Nemec drew for us. Mainly the same geometry pickups and everything from the original front end at HRT, but we just changed the way everything was kind of configured. So new upper bulkhead, new rack plate. The lower control arms got redrawn by Craig Hall. And then the upper control arms got changed a little bit as well.
We changed some material thicknesses, made them a little stronger.
Okay.
Added some gussets in the lower control arm.
Okay.
Changed a little bit of the geometry in the upper arm to add a little bit more caster into the front end.
Okay.
There was nothing really wrong with it before, but we just know we could better it. Made things a little beefier, made things a little stronger. And then we've spent the last, 3 weeks just TIG welding, continuous.
Lots and lots of welding.
Just welding on top of your freaking jobs that you guys have.
Well,
Yeah.
Just nonstop.
Yeah, so
It's your 5-6 hours a night that you get to work on it.
yeah.
5-6 hours.
That's right.
You guys hear that? That's dedication, dudes. That's what's up, man. Yeah, dedication, no vacation, as I heard back there. So anything else that's gonna change other than, I mean, the front suspension? Like any?
No, realistically, the truck was a very, very solid package, what we had, and we just want to put it back to semi the way it was, so we can go out and have some more.
Hopefully when this thing's all back together, you won't even know that we did anything, which is
Yeah.
kind of heartbreaking a little bit. You put all this effort into something and the truck looks like...
The same truck.
It's gonna be the same body, probably the same paint scheme. Like,
Oh shoot, okay.
It'll look basically the
Yeah,
same.
we were very happy with
so.
the way the truck worked and the way everything was, but now we just don't have the little fears of things cracking
Yeah.
and breaking like we were before.
Well, there was a lot of broken hearts, man. You know, everybody was like, no. We were gonna get a lot of DMs on Terra, like, no, oh my God, you know. But Chris is coming back, folks. Don't even worry. Isenhouers are coming back. They're gonna rip it up. Do you have an ETA on when this thing's gonna be wrapped up?
I get this thing back together, running and driving, Thanksgiving, go testing, and then be at Rage of the River to go race.
All right, man.
Let's have a big party at Rage of the River. We gotta get this thing back together.
Nice. Heck yeah. What motor's in this thing, man?
This is a 408 cubic inch LS built by James Mullinex.
Okay. Molinex motor.
Yeah, the thing puts 400 to the tires and 5 and change torque, so it
Nice.
gets up and goes pretty good.
And you definitely move this big old beast, man, when
Yeah.
it's out there.
Yeah, it was pretty good.
You want to check out the back of the truck?
Let's do it.
Okay, cool.
Yeah. So this is all the CBR coolers. We had them the radiator custom built for this truck. The training coolers are just off the shelf ones. It's got a 50-gallon fuel-safe cell. Sway-away shocks that really aren't really sway-aways anymore. They're kind of KDM shocks.
Oh, really?
Yeah, Keith over there, he really put his hands on them and made him his own shocks.
So Keith Marigold, shock tuner extraordinaire.
That's it.
So these
Right.
shocks, Keith actually made these shocks when he worked at Swayaway. He was
Oh.
the real driving force to bring in their race program back up.
Okay.
And he was the one that designed the big bypasses because these have those 5-inch bypasses on them right now.
Holy crap.
yeah.
I didn't know that you had 5-inch bypasses on this thing, dude.
Yeah, with coolers and everything.
Jesus.
It takes about 2 gallons of shock fluid, so
2 gallons of shock fluid and 3 people to put them on the truck.
it's a nightmare.
3 people to put that shock on. How many gallons?
2 gallons.
2 gallons of
Just about.
shock fluid.
And
Dang.
it's got the external cooler, and then it's got a big reservoir that sits up there as well.
Okay.
So
I mean, dude, I mean, like, again, we have footage of this thing working. The way Keith has made this truck dance is phenomenal,
Hours
dude.
and hours and hours of testing. That's what.
That's all you guys do out there in Plaster,
Yeah, a
right?
lot of
Just
people
tuning.
don't.
The science.
Yeah, it's like we used to get a lot of flack for how much testing we did with trucks. They're like, oh, you put your truck together and you go test on it and beat on it and do all that stuff. But it's like, without that, like, what's the point of going to the race? Like, if you show up to a race with a car that's not 100% as fast as it can be, what's the point of even going? Like,
Right.
You know, you want to make sure the thing's good to go and fast. And, you know, we've learned a lot. You learned a lot driving it. You learn a lot tuning it. You learn what fails, what breaks. You know, you go down to the desert, we put 150 miles on it before a race. You'll find your gremlins before you get, you know, halfway through a desert race and just waste all the money to get to that race.
You hear that, guys? Take notes, right? Practice makes perfect,
Yeah.
dude. That's why you guys are always out there. And I mean, when you guys are testing, you guys are not chilling.
No, not at
Chris,
all.
you are not chilling at all. There is not chill. Chris is a very chill guy, like super mellow, easygoing. But oh my God, when these guys are behind the wheel, they turn into somebody else. It's like their alter ego. They like freaking turn into this crazy beast, man. You guys morph or something, but yeah, very cool, man. And then so nothing's changing back here
nothing's changing back here.
because it works.
Yeah, as of right now, nothing will change back here. So we just put it back together and
Get it ready to rip.
Yeah.
And then so what's up with this rear end? What do you guys have on this thing?
This is a 4-inch dirt tech housing with
Okay.
CNC hubs, the 36 splint axles, and then Evan Weller over at
the big jumbo.
yeah, the big jumbo. They look like a monster can. They're huge.
So I don't think you guys understand how big these axles are, but they literally are like this entire diameter, dude.
Yeah.
Like it is crazy. It literally looks like a can, like a
Exactly. Yeah,
Right?
literally a monster can. That's how big around they are.
Monster Kyle can't even break these.
Exactly.
So this is the top secret build right here. This This is the one that everybody is eagerly awaiting for, man. You want to tell us a little about this thing, man?
Sure. Yeah, this is an Everson Performance chassis built by John and Andy. It's based around the 95 F-150. You can tell by the grill and the cab. But it's a full tube chassis, so it mimics their 6100 trucks, their trophy trucks, all that type of stuff.
Okay.
This is kind of like our next step up in what we were doing. With the Ranger, we had fun with that. And we're kind of ready for something bigger and better and see where we could go from that. And that's what this turned into.
Right. Tell me about the other Ranger. Terminator 1, right?
Terminator. So the Terminator, my parents bought me that truck when I was in junior in high school. Drove it to high school, did the whole deal, like spindle lift, fiberglass, pulled bed sides, bed cage, saved up my pennies to buy a long travel kit. I guess what went from like spindle lift to long travel would be, it was like Halloween 2006 maybe, 2005, something like that.
Okay.
Oxio wells, we're jamming, doing about 70 mile an hour.
Dude, and that's light speed in a pre-runner.
Ranger, yeah.
70 miles per hour in a pre-runner is like 110 in a boat.
So we're jamming along pretty good and going down like Kahia Wash or wherever the trail was, and all of a sudden like the truck dips down and hooks hard right and spins us around. We got through like a big embankment and everything. The truck comes to a stop. We didn't flip it, didn't roll it, nothing.
Oh shoot.
And the right front spindle stout had sheared off, so the wheel came off. So we finally come to a stop, and me and my buddy are like about to high five, like we made it out alive. And the tire and wheel that had broken off came through the windshield.
Oh my
It
god.
actually chased us down and smashed the windshield out.
What?
We'd been there for like maybe an hour. We'd been in the desert. But the funny part was like we were sitting on the side of the trail, and the truck looked awful because the windshield smashed out, the fenders blown off of it. And we were all just like in lawn chairs, like laid out next to the truck waiting, and it was like busy weekend.
Oh
Everybody
my
drives
God.
by like, oh, are you guys all right? Are you guys all right? Like, no, we're totally fine. We're
Yeah.
just waiting for a trailer. It's the quickest desert trip ever.
Dang,
that's
dude,
that truck into an off-road truck.
And that's what took it to the next level.
Yeah, exactly. It just kind of sat in the side yard for a long time and then saved pennies and turned it into an off-road truck.
Tell us about that truck. It was a 90...
98 Ford Ranger. It was an A-arm truck.
Okay.
Got tired of chasing the A-arm stuff around. We ended up cutting the nose of it off. And at the time, we were racing the F100 and it had I-beams on it.
Okay.
So we actually grafted a 69 F100 frame to the nose of it.
So your dad was racing with you guys at the time?
Yeah, that's when we were racing that truck. There's a wild build.
Hello, sir.
Hello.
So you guys were already racing that?
Yeah, so we were racing that truck. Started racing that truck in 2007. It was the MDR. Dad, what was the first race?
Flood 250?
The Flood 200?
2007 Super Precision 250.
That's what it was.
Nice, dude. And so you guys were like a racing family at that time, huh?
Yeah.
It's like everybody kind of like
Yeah.
participating,
Yeah, that's what it
prepping.
was.
I mean, nothing's really changed. I see.
No.
I mean, you guys are all here.
We just
It's
have way more space now.
Yeah.
Because before we were just like in a 2-car garage trying to do all of it, and it was just a little rough.
it's a Sunday afternoon, you know, and you guys are out here doing this.
But yeah, so we were racing that truck. We started building the Ranger. We thought it made sense to make the front suspensions match, so we cut the nose of the Ranger off, put the frame rails, F100 frame rails on, built matching suspensions for both the trucks with the
Okay.
help of Kurt Schittenhelm over at PRD. So the beams, radius arms, steering, tie rods, everything was interchangeable. We raced both trucks together for like 2 seasons. It was like 2 seasons, and then the F100 kind of started eating itself alive, going a little too fast with it.
Okay.
So
The Ranger got faster than the F100, so I had to try and do something
Yeah.
to beat him. So.
yeah, the Ranger got quick, and the F100 was just kind of where it was at. So we decided to make some changes.
Is that when, Chris, you started legally being able to drive, right?
Yeah, basically. Yeah. We were racing the Ranger, the F100, and then we cut the nose of the F100 off up at HRT.
Okay.
We put the original center mount front end on it and the LS in it, and turned it into the truck that it was now, or is now.
Right. So that truck is pretty legendary in the scene too, man. I'm not gonna lie. I mean,
F100, yeah, oh yeah.
That, but also the Terminator 1. I mean,
It's just
dude,
fancy paint jobs. There's nothing fancy about the truck. It's just
you know what?
Page's paint jobs. That's all
He's-
anybody cared about.
he says that, but dude, everybody loved that truck.
We put so much time and effort into shock tuning and
Right.
tuning that whole chassis with Keith and all that. Like, oh man, that truck. I always told people, like, I'd let my grandma drive that truck. You could just point it where you wanted it,
Dialed.
and just sit and just plant and go as fast as you wanted to go.
Dude, and you know, I think we actually still have some old footage of that. so the Terminator 1
Yep, so
it's not history, it's living on.
Yeah, it's still cruising around. We kind of ran its course. We didn't really want to sell it, but we had somebody want to buy it enough to sell it.
Okay.
So we sold that truck off, and then I took a good chunk of that money and had this chassis put together.
Right.
And so we received this truck, I don't know, a year and a half ago. And then in that year and a half, I had a kid, about to have another kid, bought a house.
Adulting.
Yeah.
Trying to grow up, I think this is like what always happens is we have the pre-runner that works, or we have like that truck that works, and then we're like, let's step it up.
Yeah.
And then as we step it up, we decide to have maybe like 2 or 3 kids,
Or 10.
and buy a house, or 10. Yeah. The timeline of the build kind of tends to, you know,
Get
a little longer,
a little bit.
just a little bit.
Yeah.
So, but that's okay, man. You know, I mean, I think the thing is that we've learned is that we got to do it right.
Yeah, we have to. And then when you get to this point in the chassis, like, you don't want to cut the corners.
No.
You know, it's not like
You've
it's not your
learned.
Ford Ranger where you're like, oh, we'll just put this part on, just get to the desert this weekend. No, you got to like take your time, and there's no point in rushing. The desert's not going anywhere.
Right. You got to do it right, man.
Yeah.
So tell us about this thing, dude.
Okay, so-
Let's check it out.
Okay, something unique about this is this truck, it's a center mount front end, it's a full tube chassis, but it actually has a steering box instead of a steering rack,
Okay.
which is, in my opinion, is a little bit stronger, a little bit easier on the steering wheel, you get a little bit better feedback, it's not as twitchy as a steering rack. All this was built and designed by John and Andy at Everson.
And Everson's killing it right now, dude. Those guys are putting out some good stuff.
Yeah, probably, in my opinion, Andy's probably one of the better welders I've ever met in my life.
Shout out to Everson Fab
Yeah.
for sure.
But yeah, so it's cool. It's got all the swingers in it. If you look here, John does all this machine work there. A little T2 there. Yeah, it's super cool. It's just
Nice,
something different.
dude.
It was something different than the steering rack. We chased a lot of rack problems in that truck in the F100, and I didn't want to deal with that with this one. So I was like,
Okay.
yeah, let's do a steering box.
See, so growing, learning,
Yeah.
you know, doing it right for sure.
Yeah.
You don't want to run into those same problems. And I'm sure setup on this is exactly how you want to work on it too,
Exactly.
right?
Yeah, this should be a pretty easy truck to work on. Obviously, we haven't gotten into the routine of racing and prepping and stuff.
Right.
But
that's the idea. That's in
make it
mind.
easier to work on. That truck is a little tough to work on because it's just been like an evolution. You're just kind of tuning up and tuning up. But, yeah, this one should be a little bit easier to take apart.
So you guys are definitely learning from experience,
Yeah,
man.
oh, absolutely. So all Camberg trophy truck hubs,
Okay.
JMR big brakes.
Ooh, the big stuff.
Yeah, all big dog parts there.
Damn.
Unfortunately now it's the old 6100 motor, the small LS3.
Okay.
So they changed the rules to be able to run the 525. So
Dang it.
I have an outdated engine. Exhaust. And
Wait, can you
headers.
still race this in 61?
Yeah, I can still race this engine.
But competitively, it might be hard because
It's be down on power. So.
well, who knows, dude? I mean, with desert racing,
Yeah, it's all up to fate. But unfortunately, with that class, with the rules being spec trucks and everything kind of being the same,
they really push it.
you need to have that little bit of advantage. Unfortunately.
Right. Okay.
So we'll run this motor, test the chassis, get it all figured out, and then we'll put a big one in.
Hell yeah, man. Very cool.
But so headers and exhaust, all built by Rich and his guys up at RPM.
Okay.
It's all 8-into-1. You look down in here.
Ooh, 80-to-1.
Yeah. So that's what we figured. Like, if we're gonna build like a cool steel cab tube chassis truck, it's gotta sound rad. Like, it can't just be like your standard like side exit that truck.
Right.
It needs to have a cool tone to it.
So 8-into-1. Hopefully, we have something to Michael Cox. So, in your best description, how did you drag your tailgate?
Full blown sky wheelie.
I think Danny Giannini just did it
Through
by-
a turbo, so it's not. I don't know if it's gonna get the same tone.
Okay.
But it's still gonna sound way better than just a
So,
normal turbo.
how would you describe that sound, dude? I mean,
It
like
sounds like a Formula One car.
like Formula One car?
Yeah, like Formula One car, Indy car, something like that.
I would say it sounds like a dragon roaring. It sounds so awesome. I don't know. I don't know, dude. You feel it here. It's like, ugh, that 80-to-1,
Yeah.
dude. It's such an. It almost sounds like a super duper street bike.
So I mean, like a big inspiration of this truck for us was like, you know, you go back in time, like all the Rough Riders stuff and like the Duralast trucks, and the Duralast truck had a very unique tone, and so we figured like, you know, if we're doing a throwback tube chassis truck, we might as well follow the sounds and follow the feel of the whole thing.
Okay. So what cab is on this?
This is a 95 F-150.
95
So body OBS they call it.
OBS.
I'm
Right
currently
on.
in the process of, I have a fender under there. I'm building the molds for McNeil to build the actual glass.
Oh, so Mark's gonna handle this.
Yeah, so this will be an all McNeil truck once it gets done.
Nice, dude. Oh, that's super exciting. I mean, those trucks are the ones that like, I think we all grew up idolizing.
Yeah,
You know, and
that's the dream off-road truck is an OBS Ford. I mean,
did you ever think you'd be able to?
no, I
Get
thought
behind
I was
the wheel of one of those?
No, I thought I'd be stuck in that Ford Ranger for the rest of my life.
Yeah.
I thought we were building something rad. So
Wow, dude. That's definitely very cool. I mean, I know it's kind of hard to say, but do you know what your numbers are right now for travel in the front, or what are you looking at?
I haven't cycled anything in the front or the back. I've kind of got it from Andy. And
Okay.
I've just been chipping away at mounting everything. I haven't done limit straps or any of that stuff yet.
Okay.
So I haven't fully cycled and measured all of it.
Okay.
But check out the bump stop.
Well, right
Oh
on.
yeah, I guess that's something weird.
Yeah.
So this is kind of like an old school way to do things. It's called a slapper arm.
Okay.
They used to do this back in the day on trucks. It's you know, a lot of people argue that it's easier to do this than build a big mount and tab and everything.
Okay.
But then you end up building an entire tubular upper arm. So
Nice.
I don't know. It's just something to kind of fit the era of the truck and kind of just keep the old school feel.
Dude, that is so rad. These are the hot rods of
That's always
know?
been my thing. Is like, you know, you can go to the sand dunes or go to the desert, go wherever, and if you have like a tube chassis truck with fiberglass body on it, you're 1 in a million.
Right.
When you show up in like this cool steel cab like hot rod, it's sick. It's like you go to a car show and you see like, you know, the 32 Roadster with the 350 Chevy.
Right.
And it's just like everybody's got the same Edelbrock this and the same this, and it's all matching. You're like, that's boring. But then when you see
because it's all plugged in, but this is like handcrafted art,
you see
dude.
the guy with like a handmade, like built in his garage hot rod. That's what inspires us. That's cool. So for us, that's what we wanted to do, because it would have been, I'll tell you, what would have been night and day easier to just build a tube chassis fiberglass body for a road truck.
Right. No, and that's the thing.
Cool in that?
You could have done that. I mean, I think after you sold Terminator 1, you could have just bought one, ready to go, started racing within a year, or even sooner.
Yeah, there's nothing cool about that.
There isn't, dude.
There is. I mean, I don't want to discredit anybody that has tube chassis fiberglass body
cool.
trucks.
I'm just kidding.
It's way easier to work on, and it makes sense, because definitely, like, we've been racing 1450 trucks since 2007. I mean, we're not going to just like discredit that and move on away from it. Like, you got to keep the doors swinging. I mean,
hell yeah, dude.
Our like big dream and vision would be to like qualify a best in the desert race, like top 3, top 5 or whatever, and like swing the squeaky door open when we get like cowboy boots on or something. Like,
yes.
What's going on?
Howdy, partner.
Well, when that's gonna happen, we got to be there.
But
For sure, dude.
Keep moving on through here.
Yeah, let's
this
keep
truck has
going.
a full Fox shock package.
Okay.
The big 4.4 bypasses.
Jesus.
All custom tube layouts by Keith at KDM.
That is a big shot, guys.
Yeah. So the front ones are hang up on the rack over there.
Okay.
Big side exit exhaust, like my brother's truck. We just kind of like that tone, kind of fits our little signature deal.
RPM, right?
Yep. All CBR coolers, all custom made, shape and size to fit in the chassis.
Okay.
This will be your radiator. This is the engine cooler, and this is trans cooler. So we're trying to keep everything in the back of the chassis. Trying to get the airflow to come through here.
You want the weight back here.
Yeah, I'm trying to keep I'm trying to keep the least amount of vital things in the nose of the truck, just because the noses get torn off of these things.
Okay.
So I don't want to be replacing expensive stuff.
So
you're keep all this stuff back here.
Right. See, again, through experience, right, Chris?
That's it.
Yeah, dude. I mean, it's safe back here. Like you said, the vital stuff. If something happens in a race and you could get rid of that bumper and continue, who knows, right?
That's it.
Very cool, man. I mean, look at this freaking beast right here, dude.
Pyrotek fuel cell.
Jeez.
Mike Nemec drew all this. We came and measured it. We went through like 12 revisions. He would draw something for me. I'd cut it out. I'd fit it. No, we can make another inch here. We make a quarter inch there.
Insane.
So this one, the can itself measures out to be 99 gallons.
Oh.
And then they say
you never want to go to the gas station again? There it is, folks.
You think about $4 a gallon for pump gas, and this thing's not going to run pump gas. It's going to be such a nightmare.
God, dude! Wow, very cool.
Well,
this is
sponsors.
Right. Yeah, gas. Chevron, you hear us? Everybody.
So big cell. It's going to get 2 spares standing up here. It'll be like ID, Tisco, Geyser, side by side spares.
Okay.
It was just how we could set it up with keeping like fuel quantity in.
Okay, and then what rear end do you have
It's
on this
the
thing?
full Camberg. They're big 4-inch housing, trophy truck housing.
Nice, dude.
Camberg hubs as well. This one, with all the truss work and all the pivoting, was all done by Andy at Everson. Jason Campbell himself actually welded this housing together.
Oh, hell yeah, dude.
Pretty special.
So
there,
the Camberg big dogs actually putting their hands on this job.
Yeah, when the boss man gets to weld things, it's nice.
Hell yeah, dude. That's badass, man.
Yeah.
And then what's the tire and rim setup you guys have on this thing?
So we know tires. We unfortunately run used tires. Not unfortunately.
No, dude. Hey, dude. 1400 dreams, dude. Trophy truck dreams, bro.
So 40-inch BFGs is what this truck will run. It's same as my brother's truck.
40-inch BFGs. Okay.
And then we run the methods. What is it? The 302s, I believe they are. Yeah. We love these wheels. I mean, we run them on Chris's truck with zero problems.
So pretty.
Yeah, and it's a super pretty wheel.
Yeah, it's
super
blinged
pretty.
out. Are you gonna like keep it? Are you gonna powder coat it or anything?
No, polished.
Polished?
This is a 90s
Classic,
off-road truck.
right.
Polished wheels, come on.
So no neon highlighter.
No, that's for the drifty car over
That's for
there.
the drifty car? Okay.
Yeah, that stays over there.
We gotta check that thing out. This is going to be incredible. Do you have an ETA or anything of what ideally you're thinking? I know it's kind of always hard to say, but what's your goal with this?
We'd really like to race the Mint with both trucks this year.
Oh,
I think that'd be
okay.
really fun.
Okay, and the Mint is in spring.
Yeah, so
Okay.
I'm shooting for that. Like I said, we don't want to cut corners. We don't want to rush.
Okay.
But
For
if
sure.
If we could get both trucks together, that one's got to do what we got to do with that thing. But it should be done soon.
Okay.
But yeah, if we can get both trucks there, I think that'd be pretty cool.
Very
we
cool.
can run his truck in the morning, run this one in the afternoon.
We'll be there freaking with our Isenhouer shirts on and our number one big gloves like this, you know, like number one, you know. We've spent way too much time here, guys. I could talk to these guys all day.
Yeah, but we got work to do.
Yeah, they do got. Yeah, you guys got stuff to do.
See how much work I got to do?
All right, guys, I'm out of here. Look, hey guys, Built to Destroy. Thank you guys so much. Isenhouers, you guys are awesome. Thank you guys for letting us come.
Sure.
You guys are amazing. We love you guys. You know, for so many years, you guys have supported what we do, and you guys are deep in the crew. So, blood in, blood out, forever.
Fair.